I am cheesing so hardcore right now. I'm trying not to take myself seriously. It's a little hard sometimes, but I just recorded this same video that I'm about to do, and I guess I'll make it a bit shorter because I know everything I'm about to say. I recorded it sideways, so the video was sideways and it just came out a different way. And the suffering in me would say I was not pleased with that. But whatever. Moving on. I wanted to talk about a very interesting concept that I feel is important to discuss in the community of spirituality. Something that I learned through the master Eckhart Tolle, someone whose book, The Power of Now, I read back in either 2015 or 2016, one of those two. It may have been like the bridge between the two, but it doesn't really matter. The fact is that this book, The Power of Now, is such a profound teacher in terms of spirituality and what it does for the people that read it. And gotta be honest, I really think that the book is only meant for those who are ready to evolve past their limited, their primitive, their primal, I already said that, we're gonna go past that. Go past that, evolve, boom. So, I wanted to talk about a quote, one of my favorite quotes in the world is one that I believe Eckhart coined, and it goes something like this. I already said it in the past video, so I'm going to say it again because I know how to say it. Suffering is necessary only until we realize it is unnecessary. Now this is very fascinating because suffering is a very interesting thing. I think it's something that we have the ability to learn from. Let me say it this way. There are birds outside. You hear them? They're beautiful. They're traveling north. I don't even know. Whatever. We have the ability to transcend suffering. How? We realize that it's unnecessary. How? We become consciously aware of the fact that we are experiencing too much of it. I think that this is how it all works out, and I think that we have the ability to go to this place mentally where, and I was there too, I experienced it in addictions, I experienced it in thinking, in, eating, just indulging in different things, things that I would be over-consuming, things that I would be, addicted to, the different things, whether it was prescription medications, different things. And it came to a point where I was consciously, gotta say that slow, otherwise I end up saying conch shell somehow. I was consciously saying to myself, I really don't need to be here anymore. Right there, just like that. We get to this point where we realize that the stuff that we are unconsciously enduring is not necessary. And that's the thing, that suffering is unconsciousness. It's autopilot. I would say that this is hard to admit to, and I've been there before. I'd say that 99%, around 99%, maybe a little bit less, but 99% of the world is on autopilot. This is also why a lot of people wonder if they have free will, and it's honestly, they don't until they realize that they're on autopilot, and then they turn that autopilot off, and then they're consciously aware. That's an entirely different thing, but that also goes into the ending of suffering, this whole idea of suffering only being necessary until we realize it is unnecessary, because until we turn that autopilot off and we're more aware of the thoughts that travel through our mind and disidentify with them and realize that we have the ability to transcend them. A lot of people are very identified with their mind. They're identified with these mind-made things and, who or what they are depending on the car they drive or the job they have or the position that they hold. It's all an illusion. It's just layers, pulling back the layers of ego. It's very unnecessary, and it's something that when we realize it's unnecessary, it's all part of identification with form and unconsciousness and suffering, and this is why we have the ability to transcend suffering. And I do believe that these things are very important to experience that. Like Jim Carrey once said, I wish that everybody could get rich and famous and have all the money they've ever wanted, because at that point they'll be able to understand that it's not where their purpose is, it's not where the meaning is, it's not where the deepening of life is. And it's so true, because I think that we are chasing, I won't even just say a lot, I think that we are chasing pretty much all the wrong things in life. You know, materialism, positions, labels, all these different things, these all vibrate at lower frequencies, at pretty much the lowest frequency, and they're just not necessary. But what is necessary is to understand that suffering is unnecessary. Suffering is unnecessary. But only when we've experienced it, to any extent. And you most definitely don't come out on the other side. I will tell you that. Oh my goodness, you do not come out on the other side. I don't even really identify with Chris anymore. Like, who is that? You know, that's almost potentially a limitation. Yes, it is a name that I was not born with. I was given after my birth. That's an entirely different story too. But I just wanted to talk about the ending of suffering and its potential, its possibility, and its availability to change and transform the world in such a beautiful way. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. My name is Chris. There we go again with those labels. And I hope you enjoyed this. I'll be back for more, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Much love. Peace.